Hello guys, this is Avinash. I'm back with another video. This video will focus on problems on electromagnetism. We will solve different types of problems in this video. The first video, it is an example, so let's see it. A charge of 1000 coulomb through a conductor passes through a conductor for 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Find the magnitude of current flowing through the conductor. So means here Q is given. Q is equal to 1000 coulomb and time t is 3 minutes and 20 seconds. That would be equal to 200 seconds because 3 minutes is 3 into 60 is 180 plus 20 is that it will be equal to 200 seconds. So we have to just find the current. We know the formula. I is equal to Q by T, charge per time, charge flowing in the time t, and here time t is 200 seconds. That this is second. This is 1000 coulomb, and coulomb per second is, we know that it is ampere, and so we get there 5 ampere. So current flowing through the conductor in for 3 minutes and 20 seconds is 5 ampere. Okay, next one to second problem. In the second problem we can see that Q is given 5000 coulomb. First thing we have to do is, when we see a problem, we have to first write the given. Okay, yeah, here we have to write the given. What is Q, what is given? In this case it is Q is given, T is given, so we have to first write that. Okay, here Q is 5000 coulomb, T is equal to 2 hours and 30 minutes. We have to convert it into second, and then calculate the magnitude of current. In this case charge is 5000 coulomb, T is 2 into 60 into 60 as 2 hour, 2 into 60 minutes, 60 into 60 seconds, and 330 into 60, that would be equal to 9000 seconds. And the charge current would be 5000 by 9000, that would be equal to 0.555 ampere. Okay, these are some basic concepts. In the third question, that a charge of 8860 coulomb. So Q is given as 8860, T is 2 minutes and 40 seconds, 2 into 60 and plus 40, that would be equal to 2 into 60 120 plus 40 160, and then we have to calculate the magnitude. We have to first write the given, then T is equal to 160, current I is equal to Q by T, that is equal to 8860 by 160, that would be around somewhere around 55.375 ampere, 0.375 ampere. Next on to second set of problems. In this set of problem, we will calculate the specific resistance. Okay, the resistance of wire is given. L is equal to 100 centimeter. UT of uniform wire of cross section area 0.02 centimeter square, and resistance is 2 ohm. So we have to find the specific resistance. We know the specific resistance, it is denoted by rho is equal to resistance into area by L. L is the length of the conductor, A is the area of the conductor, R is the resistance, rho is specific resistance. So by putting it, we get that L is equal to 100 centimeter, A is equal to 0.020 centimeter square, R is equal to 2 ohm. Now just we have to put the formula and we will get the answer. Rho is equal to RA by L, 2 into 0.020 by 100, that would be equal to 0.0004 rho centimeter. In the second problem, a wire of resistance 4.5 mu and length 150 centimeter has an area of cross section of 0.04 centimeter square. Now you have to calculate the specific resistance. First thing, we have to write the given. R equal to 4.5 ohm, L is equal to 150, A is equal to 0.04 centimeter square. Then we have to put the formula, rho is equal to RA by L, and the answer we get is 0.0012 ohm centimeter. In the third problem, are you getting it now? Okay, let's continue. A wire of length 40 centimeter and area of cross section of 0.1 millimeter square has a resistance of 0.8 ohm. Calculate the specific resistance of the wire. Here also L is given, R is given, A is given. Now we have to just put the formula. Ohm is equal to 0.8 into 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 2, because here one catch is there. That catch is, it is given in millimeter square. So if you will put directly 0.1, then we will get our answer wrong. So we have to means convert it. We know that 1 millimeter is equal to 10 to the power minus 1 centimeter. So here millimeter into millimeter there, so 1 into 1, 10 to the minus 1 and 10 to the minus 1, that will be equal to 10 to the minus 2 centimeter square. Then after we use it, we will get 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 2, and that will be equal to 0.002 ohm centimeter. Just a second. In the third problem, what should be the length of the nichrome wire of resistance 5.6 ohm if the length of similar wire is 80 centimeter and its resistance is 4.2 ohm? Okay, here length of the first wire is unknown. What the length of the first wire's resistance is given 5.6 ohm. Okay, and the length of the second wire is given 80 centimeter and its resistance is also given, R2 is equal to 4.2 ohm. From the formula we know that rho is equal to RA by L. So that would mean that R is equal to L. That would be R1 by L1 is equal to R2 by L2. That would be equal to R1 by R2 equal to L1 by L2. Okay. Now after using this, we will get that R1 by R2 is equal to L1 by L2. That would give L1 is equal to 5.6 into 80 by 4.2. By calculating, we will get the answer is 1.106.67 centimeter. Okay. Now moving on to next problem. In this problem, the resistance of conductor is given 75 centimeter. Resistance of a conductor of length 75 centimeter is 3.25 ohm. Calculate the length of the similar conductor whose resistance is 13.25 ohm. Okay. Here L1 is given, R1 is given, L2, R2 is given. So we have to find L2. We have to simply use the formula R1 by R2 is equal to L1 by L2. Then we'll use L2 is equal to 75 into 13.25 by 3.25. That would be around 305.76 centimeter. Okay. In the other question also, that a conductor of length 85 centimeter has a resistance 3.75 ohm. Okay, 3.75 ohm. Calculate the resistance of similar conductor. Here you have to find the R2. Okay, L1 is given. L1 is given 85. R1 is 3.75. We have to find R2 and L2 is 540. So by using the formula R1 by R2 is equal to L1 by L2, we'll get R2 is equal to 3.75 into 540 by 85. That would be equal to 23.82 ohm. Okay, this is 8. Then another set of problems. In this set of problems, the nichrome wire means the resistance is given. Find the resistance of another nichrome wire whose length is 3 times and area of cross section is 4 times of the first wire. Here nothing is given, but only what is given is the resistance of first wire is given and the length are given. We have to take it as L. In the first case, R is equal to 10 ohm. We have to consider length as L and area as A, and we have to use the formula R is equal to rho into L by A. Okay. In the second case, we have to consider R1, we have to find it, and length would be 3L and area would be 4A. Then we have to submit, then you have to imply that R1 is equal to rho into 3L by 4A. Okay. Now we have to take the ratio of R1 by R, as R is given as 10. So R1 by 10 is equal to rho into 3L by 4A into A by rho L into rho into L. Means first that would be written as rho into 3L by 4A whole divided by rho L by A. After equating it, we will take this into, means we will multiply it as an invert side by reversing the numerator and denominator, and we will get R1 is equal to 7.5 ohm. Okay, here R1 is equal to 7.5 ohm. Okay, in that we will continue that type of problems. If you are getting doubt, then you do comment me in the comment section, so that I will clarify it. Okay. A resistance wire is given has a resistance of 4.25 ohm. Calculate the resistance of another wire made from the same material such that its length increases by 4 times and area of cross section decreases by 3 times. Okay, just a second. Resistance is given as 4.25 ohm. Calculate the resistance of another wire. So R1 is given 4.25, R is given 4.25, R is given as 4.25 is equal to rho into 4L by A, and as that area decreases, so that would be A by 2 and A2 is taken offside. R1 is equal to rho into 3L by A into 2. This implies R1 by R is equal to, by using it, we'll get, by simplifying, we'll get 6 by 4, that would be equal to 3 by 2. L and L will be cut, A and A will be cut, rho 2 by, no sorry, this would be 6, 3 and 2 6, and this would be 4. By cutting it, we'll get 3 by 2. In the second question, the R is given, R is equal to R1 is R is equal means R is not given, R is equal to L A, and another nichrome wire is given 3L by A, 3L, and area of cross section is A by 2. Okay, area of cross section is 3L by 2. We know that rho is equal to R A by L. So we'll get R is equal to rho into L by A. R1 is equal to rho into 3L by A into 2, and that one will be A into 4. By dividing it, as you can see also, you will cut it, means that L is given and 3L is given, and area of cross section is A by 2, and here the area of cross section is A by 4. So when you divide R1 by R, then 2 will be divided by 4, 2, that means 2 will be cut with 2, and we'll get the final answer would be 3 by 3 is to 2. Okay. Okay. Now these are good problems. You will like this type of problems. Okay. In the 4 and 12, okay. Let's first see this problem. Here you can see that these three are in parallel, as they are both, mean this side of the same are connected to one side of a terminal. If you consider this positive and this as negative, then the all side are connected to same positive and all side are connected to the same negative. Okay, so that means both, these three are parallel to each other. If they are parallel to each other, then we have to find the R equivalent. R equivalent would be 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by 6 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2. That would, we have to take the LCM. LCM would be 6 into 3, 2, 3, 3, 1. 2 would be 3 into 6 into 3, 18. This would be 3 plus 6 plus 9. 9 plus 6, 15 plus 18, that would be 1. If though R equivalent would be 1, and if that is 1, then the current, what is the question? The equivalent resistance between A and B. So A and B would be 1 and B and C is 1. So as 1 and 1 would be in series. So in series, R equivalent is equal to simple addition of R1 plus R2. That would be equal to 2 only. So the equivalent resistance between point A and B is 1. Between point A and C is 1 plus 1. That will be 2. Okay. In the next question, 4 and 2, as you can see that they are connected to same positive and same negative. So then the 4 and 2 are parallel to each other. And this set, as they are connected end to end with this. So they are, these 12, 24 and 8 are connected parallel to each other. And both 12, 24 is R equivalent and this are equivalent, as they are connected end to end. So they are in series with each other. So we should, okay, this 4 and 12 are parallel, and the equivalence of R 4 and 12 would be 1 by 4 plus 1 by 12 is equal to 1 by R1. That R1 is equal to 3. 12, 24 and 8 are also in parallel to each other. So 1 by 12 plus 1 by 24 plus 1 by 8. So we will get R2 as 4, and when we will combine it as they are in series with 3 and 4 and series with each other, so we will get R is equal to 7 ohm. Okay, got it? Okay, in this problem, see, you can see that this is a equivalent circuit. We have to find this potential difference here. First, we have to find the equivalent resistance, sorry, not potential difference, equivalent resistance. You can see that these both A and D are connected end to end. So we know that when this it is connected end to end, then they are considered as series. And this side also it is connected end to end. Okay. This also is connected, B and C is also connected end to end. And when you simplify the both circuit, they would be connected in a they will be both in parallel to each other. Okay, so we have to first find this series, this equivalent series, this equivalent, then this equivalent series. After that, they both are parallel to each other. Okay, here C A and C in parallel, that will be equal to 12. B and so no, it is given no 7 plus 5, it is 12, and it is 24. That is given 8 plus 16 is 24, and now the 12 and 24 are in parallel to each other. So 1 by 12 plus 1 by 24 is equal to 1 by R, and after simplifying we will get that R is equal to 8. 1 by 12 plus 1 by 24, the LCM would be 24, and this will be 3, 2, this will be 1, 2 plus 1, 3 by 24, that would be equal to 3 by 24, then that will be equal to 8, R is equal to 8. Okay. In this diagram, in this circuit, this is the equivalent resistance. We have to find this. As you can see also, means A1, 2 and 3 are in series as they are connected end to end. So 1, 2, 3 are in series, but the series resistance, the equivalent series resistance and the D are connected to the same side of the positive and same side of negative terminal. So they are parallel to each other. So first we have to find the series equivalent, then that will be parallel with 6, then we'll get the total equivalent resistance. Okay, 1, 2, 3 are in series, so that would be equal to, means we have to add them. Easy, meaning we have to add them. When we add them, 1 plus 2 plus 3, do you know now addition? Okay. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6, and 6 is parallel with 3. So 1 by 6 plus 1 by 3 is equal to 1 plus 2, 3 by 6, that would be equal to 2. So now 3, 3, 2 are in series with each other. Okay. Am I doing the wrong question or what? Oops, sorry guys. Sorry. Okay, I was solving this. Okay, this will get it because 3 plus 2 plus 1 would be 6. Okay, 6 and 6 would be parallel. So when 6 and 6 are parallel, 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6, that would be equal to 1 by 3, I guess. No, sorry, not 1 by 3. That would be 1 plus 1 by 6. That would be 2 by 6. That is equal to 3. Okay. 2 by 6, that would be this whole equivalent circuit is 2 by 6, that would be 3. I was talking about this diagram. Okay, let's see. In this diagram, 1, 2 and 3, they are in series as they are connected end to end. This end is connected to this end, this is connected. So these three are in series. So by adding, we'll get 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is equal to 6. Okay. And both 6 and 3 are parallel now. So when 6 and 3 parallel, then we have to calculate it. 1 by 6 plus 1 by 3. The LCM would be 6. It would be 1 plus 2. That would we get how much? 3, I guess. 3 by 2. 3 by 6. That would be equal to 2. We get 2. And now the 3 and 3 would be in series with this. As after completing this whole circuit, This will form a single line, and so thus they are connected to end, and when they are end to end, we'll consider it as series. So then 2 are in parallel with each other, and thus we get the answer as 8 ohm. And if 3 and 2 are parallel, then 3 plus 2, that would be equal to 8. Okay. In this diagram, let's see 4 and 8. Okay, these are in series as they are connected end to end. So what that mean? That has to be in series. Now tell me, C and D is what? Are in series or parallel? They are in series. They are connected end to end, so they are also in series. Now one thing is, this is series, this is series. So whether these three are in series? Nope, they are not in series. This whole equivalent is parallel to 3 ohm is parallel to this ohm. So we have to first find the R series of this, R series second, then R series 1, E and R series 2 are parallel to each other. Okay, see, A and B in series, so we'll get it 12. C and D are in series, so we'll get 6. AB in parallel to with E and CD, so 1 by R is equal to 1 by 16 plus 1 by 3. So we get R is equal to 1.71 ohm. Okay. This is 12. This is 6. 1 by 12 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 3. That is equal to 1.71 ohm. Okay. Now the equivalent resistance of this diagram means the total equivalent resistance is given, that is 5 ohm. So we have to find the value of X. Okay, you can clearly see that 6 ohms X and 2 are parallel to each other. Okay, but 4 ohm is present outside and it is connected to an end to the R equivalent of this. So we have to add 4 plus the whole equivalent of this equal to 5 ohm. Okay, so I have written it directly. R is equal to 4 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by x plus 1 by 2, and the R is equal to 5. So 5 minus 4, I have taken 4 to the this all to the left side. 5 minus 4 minus 1 by 6 minus 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by x. So by simplifying, 1 by x is equal to 30 minus 24 by 6 minus 1 minus 3. So we'll get the final answer as x is equal to 3 ohm. Okay, you got it? Okay. Just a second. R1 by Rp is given 3.4. Okay. Actually, I'm not getting which. Okay, let's see this. Here E is given. E is nothing but EMF, and E is considered as potential difference unless and until means internal resistance is given. As you can see that here internal resistance is not given, small r. Internal resistance is denoted by small r. In this, internal resistance is not given, so this will be considered as simple potential difference. Okay, so E is 1.8 volt. No, sorry. Scratch that. Here separate potential difference is given, so we have to consider it as only EMF. We will not consider it as potential difference. Here potential difference is given. Okay, sorry guys. So here the two resistors are given, 3 and 6. As you can see from the figure also, 3 and 6 are parallel to each other. So when 3 and 6 are parallel to each other, then we have to find the equivalent resistance. 1 by 3 by 1 by 6, that would be equal to 6. That would be 2 plus 1, that would be 2. Okay, so equivalent resistance is 2, and here the resistance is 2. The potential difference is given. Potential difference is 1.2 volt. Okay, so we know the formula. V is equal to I by R by, sorry, not I by R. V is equal to IR. What, man? V is equal to IR. Okay, so we'll get from this that I is equal to 1.2 by 2, 0.6 ampere. Okay, you can see also here, though not given, I guess. Okay, So this is 0.6 volt, 0.6 ampere, and if it is 0.6 ampere, hence calculate the internal resistance. And for the internal resistance, we know the formula: I is equal to EMF by external resistance plus internal resistance, and it is given 0.6 equal to 1.5 divided by 2 plus R. Okay. So now R is given. 2 plus R would be 1.2 plus 0.6 R is equal to 1.5, and here 0.6 R is equal to 0.3, and R would be equal to 3 by 6 equal to 0.5. Okay, R is given as 0.5. So internal resistance of this circuit is 0.5 ohm. Okay, in this diagram, here E is given 4.5 volt. Here internal resistance is 0 ohm, and we have to calculate the current in the main circuit. We have to calculate the current in the main circuit, then we have to find first the equivalent resistance. In this 3 ohm, 1 ohm, and 1.5 ohm is $1 million question. What will be the answer? Are in parallel or series? You will get a 1 million if you answer this. Okay, I am taking the 1 million. They are both they all are in parallel with each other. Here 8.5 ohm is there. The whole parallel resistance is in series with 8.5 ohm. Okay, so we have to calculate that equivalent resistance. After you calculate the equivalent resistance, the potential difference is given 4.5 volt. So we can find the current in the main circuit. Okay, here this is the case, I guess. Yeah, 1 by Rp 1 by 3 plus 1 by 1 by 1.15, that would equal to 1 by 2. So Rp is equal to 0.5 ohm. Okay, 0.5 ohm. Yeah, 0.5 ohm. Yeah, 1 by 2, that would be equal to 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by 3, 1 by. After calculation, we will get Rp is equal to 1 by 2, that would be equal to 0.5. So then we have to calculate that 0.5 is in series with 8.5. So 0.5 plus 8.5, that would equal to 9. So we have to find the current in the circuit. I is equal, we know that V is equal to IR, and here as the internal resistance is not given, so we have to consider that that it is the potential difference only. So I is equal to V by R, 4.5 by 9, that would be equal to 0.5 ampere. Okay, don't forget to write the symbols because those are very important in exams. So we have to find the V. V is equal to I into R. Calculate the current in each resistor. For the current in each resistor, we have to find the potential difference, I guess. Okay, V is equal to 0.5 into 0.5, that is equal to, as in potential, because in the series that we have to find the means current in the each resistor that are in parallel to each other, and we know that potential difference doesn't remain same, remains same in this circuit, parallel circuit. So we have to find this, that is a potential difference, so that we can find the current in the each circuit. Here V is equal to IR, that is equal to 0.5 into 0.5, that is equal to 0.25. Then we have to find the current in the each resistor. Okay, so when we find the current in each resistor, I3 ohm is equal to 0.25 by 3, that would be around something around 0.083. In through I 1.5, that would be 0.25 by 1.5, because here the I is same, means the I is not same in this circuit, in parallel circuit, and the I is coming to this point is 0.5 ampere. So it would divide equally, means not equally, but divide in these three parts only, into 3 into 1 into 5 ohm. So here is 0.5, here is 0.5. So we have to calculate the current in this circuit. So how we'll calculate that? Here the current would be, suppose it would be I1. Okay, just I mean clearing it. Okay, this would be I1. Okay, this would be I2 and this would be I3, and we know that here I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Okay, so for this I1, what we have to, we know the potential difference, we have to find it, that is 0.25 volt. Okay, that is 0.25 volt. So now you have to use either, when the potential difference is 0.25 volt and the resistance of the circuit is 3 ohm, we know that I is equal to V by R, so we have to simply put it 0.25. So for finding the current in this circuit, we have to use the trick that I is divides into three parts, I1, I2, I3. So for I1, we have to use V by R1. For I2, we have to use V by R2. For I3, we have to use V by R3, and we don't use V1, V2, V3 because V remains constant in all the three directions, means all the 3 points. Okay. So after finding it, we can find easily the I equal to 3 ohm for I 1.5 ohm and I equal to 1 ohm. Okay. So let us find E for the second question. Where is that question? Yeah, here. A cell of EMF 1.5 volt records a potential difference of 1.35 volt. Okay, here a cell of EMF 1.5 volt is recording a potential difference of 1.35 volt. When connected to an external resistance R such that current flowing through the circuit is 0.75 ampere, we have to find the value of R and internal resistance. Okay, here current through the circuit is given. So one part is given when current is circuit is given 1.0.75. We know that I is equal to E by R plus R. So by using it we can find it. But first we have to find the external resistance. For external resistance we have to use external means potential difference recorded. So R is equal to potential difference recorded by means current. The 1.35 by 0.75. That would come around 1.8. Okay, so we got the result of external resistance value R. So now we have to put the formula I is equal to E by R plus R, where I is current, E is EMF, R is external resistance, R is internal resistance. Okay, so 1.5 by 1.8 plus R equal to 0.7. So R is equal to 0.2 ohm. Okay, so after getting, we got the external resistance as 1.8 ohm. I have a very bad habit of leaving the symbols, so what you don't leave it. Okay, R is equal to 0.2 ohm. Okay. I'm finding the next question. Okay, there was next question, I guess. Just a minute. Where are you? Next question. Oh, this question I have done it in last page. Okay, this is next question. Uh, Let us do some top means that these questions arrived in ICSE exams, ICSE previous year exams. Okay, you can see that. Now tell me, these 3 ohms, whether they are parallel with each other or are in series with each other. Think about it. Got it? Okay, I'm telling you. These both 2 and 3 are parallel to each other. Okay, but this equivalent resistance is not parallel with 0.3 ohm. As you can see that it is connected to the one end of the battery. So if it is connected to one end of the battery, then it can't be parallel to these two. These two are parallel because this is the, if this is the positive side and then connected to the positive side, then this is connected to the negative side. So both are parallel to each other. But these are the whole equivalent, both equivalent is in series with 0.3 ohm. Okay. So we have to first find the 2 ohm and 3 ohm equivalent resistance. Then that would be in series with 0.3 ohm. And the battery is 2 volt. Okay. Here 2 and 3 are parallel. So we have to find R equivalent. R equivalent would be 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 by, sorry, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. That would be around 5 by 6 equal to 1 by R. So R is equal to 1.2 ohm. Okay. Now 1.2 ohm and 0.3 are in series. So we have to add it, 1.2 plus 0.3, that would be equal to R is equal to 1.5 ohm. Okay, V is given, V is 2 volt. So current, we can find current easily, I is equal to V by R. Now by using V is equal to 2 volt and R is equal to 1.5 ohm, we can find it easily. My mouse is okay. Now we can use that logic that how to find the current in each resistor that are parallel. As you know that current flows, current is what? Current remains same in the series circuit. So by using that logic, 1.0.3 ohm series 0.3 ohm resistor, the current would be 1.33 ampere. Okay. Now the current would divide into two parts, I1, I2. I1 passing through 2 ohm, I2 passing through 3 ohm, and their addition has to be 1.33 ampere. So for the 2 ohm resistance, okay, for the 2 ohm resistor, the current that would be passing is, first we have to find the potential difference. Okay, how will find the potential difference? We know that equivalent resistance is 1.2 ohm. Okay, in this the equivalent resistance is 1.2 ohm. We know the current, that is 1.33. So by using the formula V is equal to IR, we can find that is be equivalent to 1.596 odd. Okay. So I current through 2 ohm we have to find. When we have to find the current through 2 ohm, then that would be equal to 1.596 by 2. Okay. When you divide 1.596 divided by 2, then we will get something around 0.798. That would be approximately equal to 0.8. And when you find the I 3 ohm, because the resistance is 3 ohm and the current voltage is 1.596, so we'll get 0.532 ampere. Okay, here I am given the simple. I'm great, you know. Okay, in this diagram, in this circuit, let's see. Here the potential difference is 4 volt, current passing through is 0.4 ampere. Okay, first you have to find the combined resistance of 40 ohm and R using the readings of voltmeter and ammeter. Combined resistance. First we have to let us find the current, means not the current. Let us find the V is given 4 volt, I is given 0.4 ampere. Let us find the equivalent resistance. Resistance would be V by I, 4 by 0.4, that would be 10 ohm, and that 10 ohm, 40 ohm and R ohm, as you can see also from this figure, that they are in parallel to each other. This side is connected to positive, this side is negative, 40 by R. So by using it, we can find 1 by 4, R is equal to 40 R by 40 plus R, 10 is equal to 40 R by 40 plus R. And so that would be equal to 400 plus 10 R equal to 40 R, R is equal to 13.33 ohm. Okay. So the current through the R would be the voltage, potential difference is 4 volt and the current is 13.33 ohm. So resistance is 13.33 ohm. So by dividing we will get 0.3 ampere. Okay. The last question for today. Okay. Here E is given 1.5 volt. Internal resistance is given 1 ohm. The two resistors are given 4 ohm and 20 ohm. Okay. By we can see that the 4 ohm and 20 ohm are in series with each other. Okay. 4 and 20 ohm are in series with each other. So your total equivalent resistance would be 24. So here 1.5 volt is given. So we have to find for the current I is equal to E by R plus R. So that would be equal to 24. No, sorry. To 1.5 by 24 plus 1, 25. Okay, 1.5 by 25, that would be 0.06 ampere. Then V, you have to find the potential difference. Potential difference is equal to 0.06 into 24, that is equal to 1.44 ampere, 1.44 volt. And V through 4 ohm, that is equal to 0.06 into 4, that is 0.24 volt. Okay guys, I think you guys enjoyed today's class. So I have to wrap it up. That will be all for today. Okay, thank you, and do like, share my channel, and do subscribe it also, and do recommend this channel to your friends who are studying class 10th, or your neighbors or your relatives. Okay, thank you.